Hey everyone, welcome to Testimony Tuesday. It is December 15th, 2015. I'm getting ready for 2016, so that's what that was all about. I have to put it in my head a few weeks beforehand, you know. So anyways, we have a really special guest. She's from my team today, and her name is Amanda Matney. She is a mother of two, and I'm really excited to hear her testimony. She is a silver ambassador with Plexus, and she has an amazing testimony, and she's still progressing in her testimony. So we're in the progress area. And I forget if I was going to say anything else. I think that's it. So I'm going to head it or give it over to you, Amanda. And after you're done sharing your testimony, I'll show everyone your before and after. So go ahead, Amanda.
Awesome. Thanks, Jennifer, for having me on. So really it all starts when I was a lot younger. I would get strep throat at least twice a month, or not twice a month, I'm sorry, twice a year. I was probably 4 or 5 when it started, and it went till I actually got them removed at the age of 12, if I remember right. And I mean, like I said, I would get it twice a year. My mom's professors, she was in college at the time, they didn't believe her I got it so much. And so, of course, I was taking a whole bunch of antibiotics, and then I got them removed, and I actually didn't get sick for a long time, but I had a really hard time concentrating in school when it came to reading. I couldn't comprehend what I was reading. I couldn't remember what I was reading, and so I didn't realize how much that was connected to my health until later on. And then when I was 19, I had for sure one, but possibly two miscarriages back to back, right before I got pregnant with my son Levi. And the pregnancy wasn't bad, other than I constantly craved anything sugary or starchy. I could not stay out of chips and salsa, and it wasn't like homemade salsa. It was, the cheap stuff that you buy in a can. So I put on a lot of weight. I put on over 60 pounds with that pregnancy. The labor and delivery was quick and easy, which was a blessing, but losing it, I never actually lost all of it. I got really close to losing all by working out and trying to eat right, but it never completely came off. And then 2 summers ago, I went to a naturopathic doctor up in Washington, and I found out that I had leaky gut. And slowly I started making the connections that that was part of the reason I couldn't eat certain foods, and part of the reason why when I ate something, it would affect my seasonal allergies. And then I was going to start healing my leaky gut, but it was going to be like over $300 a month. And I was like, there's no way I can do that. At the time, we were going through a custody battle too, over my oldest, Levi. And I just couldn't do it. And then like 3 or 4 weeks after finding out that's what I had, I found out I was pregnant with baby number 2. So I really was like, there's no way, in the middle of a custody battle, pregnant and trying to heal it, I can't do all 3 at once. So I kind of put that off. I had another healthy pregnancy, but I put all the weight back on, and then even a little bit more with baby number 2. And this time I was a lot more strict. I mean, I didn't touch anything that had gluten, very, very little dairy. I mean, I did actually really like ice cream, but that wasn't until I started breastfeeding because I was trying to up my milk supply. But it was hard. So he was born actually on Mother's Day this year. And it was a quick and I can't say easy, but it was an easy delivery compared to some women. And I was able to have him at home. But after I had him, I couldn't stay out of anything dairy. Like, all I wanted was a bunch of dairy. Part of it was trying to up my milk supply, but the other part, I craved it, and I knew it was the sugar in the dairy that I was craving. So then actually I had really low milk supply, and my mom started talking about this Plexus thing and some pink drink, and I was like, why the heck are you drinking that? Like, there's no way that's helping you. You're crazy. Okay. She's been in a couple other multi-level marketing, so I just thought it was, a scam or whatever. And she told me that after 3 days of her on it, that she was sleeping. And my mom's dealt with fibromyalgia and stuff, and that's unheard of. My mom doesn't sleep throughout the night, or at least she used to not. And so I was like, okay, but that doesn't make sense. How the heck is that supposed to help me with milk supply? Like, I don't see the connection. So it took me a long time to really find the connection. But probably, actually not that long, but 3 weeks, 4 weeks after having my baby, after trying, spending hundreds of dollars at the supplement store down the road, trying all these different things, fenugreek and pretty much anything you name it, I tried. And meeting with three to four different lactation consultants, trying to figure out why I wasn't having milk supply. I mean, I was pumping 24/7. My husband fell asleep to it. He woke up to me pumping. He was about ready to throw the pump in the garbage because I was pumping so much. And there was just nothing. So I was like, okay, send me a couple samples and I'll try it. And so my mom sent me just one. And I drank it. And the next day, after I drank it, I slept amazing. I was like, okay, that's interesting. Okay. And then the following morning after drinking it, I was able to pump 2 ounces without a problem. And I was like, okay, he's like, not even a month old, I just pumped 2 ounces. That has not happened at all. So I kind of just thought it was a coincidence. I thought maybe it was too good to be true. Well, then the next day it was back down to maybe an ounce. And I was like, okay, yeah, that wasn't a coincidence. It really worked. So then I was like, okay, I'll order it. I'll just order the whole triplex, which is the Probiotics, BioCleanse, and the Slim. And I started taking all 3 products. And within 3 days of being on all 3 products, my postpartum depression was completely gone, and I honestly don't think it went away between my 2 pregnancies. I was up cooking, I was up cleaning, I was actually listening. I was cooking dinner and listening to a training call and taking notes. And no, that was not me, even in like high school. And when I tried doing college, no, that was not me. Moodiness went away. Like I said, like mental clarity happened. I don't have a scale, but last I checked, I've lost over 16 pounds and over 24 inches now. And actually when I go to work out, I don't have like asthma-like symptoms. I can actually breathe completely fine. It's my legs that end up cramping before I'm ready to quit. I mean, it's really helped all our family. My husband, I don't like to call him an alcoholic, but he could down a 5th of Jack, no problem, before. He wouldn't even feel it, and he doesn't even like the flavor of it anymore because of Plexus. He's cut back tremendously on his chew. He used to be able to put a can of chew away in a couple days, and it takes him like a week now. So we're getting there, but it's awesome. It's really great.
That is amazing. Sorry, I had to unmute myself.
You're fine.
So I'm going to go ahead and share real quick your before and after picture so far.
Okay.
So people can see that. Where'd it go? There it is. So, oops, that is the wrong direction. Never mind. Okay, this is it. There's a huge difference there.
Yeah. Yeah. Even when I lost my weight before, like, I always, I was just inflamed. My face, like, never went down.
Yeah.
So.
That's like, I haven't lost a whole lot of pounds, but the inflammation, it looks like I lost tons.
Yeah, exactly. That's how I am too. So.
Okay, so that is your before and after.
Mm-hmm.
And I had a few questions for you. While you were talking about your husband and where he is, I was actually thinking that my husband, he he wasn't, he never was addicted. Like he could have one beer a month and be fine, but now it's to the point where as long as he's on the Plexus products and everything, he hasn't totally cleaned up his gut because he's really bad at staying consistent unless I make sure he takes it.
I feel that one.
Yeah, it's a husband thing.
Yeah.
But when he is consistent, he hates beer. He hates it. And I'm like, wow. And we were actually doing Junti, which is a lot like kombucha, and he preferred that over beer. So I was like, this is cool.
That's awesome.
What does your husband think about the new you?
He seems to like it. Even though I do run him into the ground when he decides to go to the gym with me. So but he likes it.
Good. I know that I think my first week on the Slim, just with my mood differences, my husband told me, you're never allowed to go off of this stuff.
I ran out once or twice, and my husband's like, I don't care if you have to order double a month, you're not running out.
Yeah, it's not a good thing, especially if
and
he's not cleaned up yet.
Yeah, and then he keeps a stash of extras in his work truck, so if I do run out, he's like, here, take this.
That's hilarious.
Yeah.
Oh, man, I'll have to tell Joel about that so he can keep that in mind. Okay, what products are you on?
I take the Slim, the ProBios, the BioCleanse, the X Factor, and Mega X.
Okay, those are all really great products. Have you noticed, are you still nursing your baby?
I am, yeah.
When you added the Mega X, did you notice even more of a difference?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I did. Yeah, it's even more thick. I'm like, this is crazy.
Yeah. I was like, is that a coincidence or am I just seeing things?
Yeah.
Did you ever go through detox during your journey so far?
I've gone through a couple. The first one I felt like I had a flu, but it was only for like a day. And that's like if I did get sick, that's how it was after I got my tonsils removed.
Yeah.
So I was like, it's fine, it's detox. But then I also did have a couple other detox. Like I got really moody, which I know that's a sign of detox.
Yeah.
So that's happened once or twice, but like I said, it only lasts about a day.
Yeah, that's really nice. I know that people, they'll go through it for like 2 weeks or whatnot, or even longer than that. So that's a blessing in and of itself right there. So far in your journey with Plexus, what is the biggest thing that you've learned? Business-wise or product-wise, anything?
Well, probably the biggest has been personal growth. I honestly didn't realize how much I am capable of achieving until I actually tested myself and I tested the waters, and so it's pretty awesome. So personal growth, really.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Okay, well, I'm going to open up and see if anyone else has any questions. Hey, everyone. Does anyone have any questions for Amanda?
Okay.
I have a question, Amanda.
Go ahead. Okay.
I'd like to know, I'd like you to share your experience with your children with the ProBios.
Oh, that's a good one. I forgot about that one. So my son, Levi, who's the oldest, who's almost 3 actually, he was craving sweets really, really bad. Anything like starchy or sweets. And so I was kind of not lenient, but I wasn't faithful about the probiotics. Well, then he got a really bad cough. And I don't remember him ever having a fever. It didn't feel like he had a fever, but he did have a really bad cough. And so I started giving him the probiotics. And that helped. It took the mucus down, but he still had that cough. And so I actually started using our Ease cream, and I put it on his chest. And within 2 applications, so morning and night, he went to bed that night, he woke up the following morning, and he didn't have the cough. So it's kind of a mixture of our Ease and our probiotics, but it was awesome.
Thank you.
Uh-huh.
You're muted, Junifer.
There we go. Anybody else have any other questions?
I'm just really excited that after one day, it took only one day that your milk supply went up. That is really
I know, it's crazy. I couldn't believe it. And I found out personally, because I always had the lactation consultant be like, just put the baby to rest. And it's like, he's on all the time. It's not that. It's something's wrong. And coming to find out, it was my blood sugar levels were so tweaked that it really upset the amount of milk supply, or the amount of milk that my body would supply for my baby.
Wow. So you had more milk supply, better sleep, better concentration, less cravings, less inflammation.
Yeah.
Really cool. And I love the personal growth part, because I've got to watch that journey that you're on. So incredible to see. When you had joined Plexus, I'm like, okay, this one's special. Which that's how I felt when you joined. So anyway, I love your story.
Yeah, and that was actually another thing I didn't touch on. That's kind of like TMI, but I wouldn't stop bleeding. Like after I had him, I would like spot. And it was like that for like six or 7 weeks. It was a while. But I was talking to Kat. I was like, what's wrong? What's wrong? What's wrong? But come to find out, my hormones were leveling out, and I don't have a period still. 7 months nursing my baby, and I still don't have a period. So that's something else that's like, oh my gosh, I don't have to worry about that.
Your hormones were leveling out.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. And my husband just put a bag of Slim in his work truck yesterday. I just had to throw that out there.
Good.
That is so funny.
Yeah.
You just said something that I was like, I was going to say something, then I forgot. Oh, the other day, we were running low on Slim, and my youngest daughter is moody. So I usually give her Slim to help her not be moody. And I told Joel, I said, I cannot handle her moodiness, so she's going to get Slim until we get some in the mail. Well, the next day, my milk supply was so low that I was like, I'm just going to have to split the Slim with her. And as soon as I did that, it was right back up.
Yeah.
I was like, okay, it works good.
Yeah, that's one thing. That's like, I get moody, of course, but my milk supply drops so bad if I don't have my Slim to level up blood sugars. So definitely.
Does anybody there? We have a question. Does anyone have a good answer for what the Mega X does for you?
It improves my sleep, even up and above the probios.
Mine too.
Yeah, and it I get really I still get antsy every once in a while, or if something's really stressing me out and I can't calm down, I'll pop 2 of those, and within 30 minutes I'm like cool beans.
Yeah.
Yeah. The science behind that is our brain needs fat. In order for all of our synapses to fire correctly, it's like conduit of our brain and getting it done. And so if we don't have essential fatty acids, the good fats in our diet, our brain just doesn't work as well. And that's where the whole big kicker was when the medical decided to go on this whole low fat thing. What went up? Alzheimer's went up. Mm-hmm. And really, the heart attacks didn't go down. I mean, it wasn't like the low fat diet really did anything, except for make us not so good up there. But children, any mental issues, and who doesn't have a little mental issue every once in a while? I'm just saying. But any mental issue, ADD, ADHD, dyslexia, autism, just anything that has to do with the brain. The brain needs essential fatty acids, and so that's the biggest thing. Plus, there is the electronic system of our body runs throughout our whole body. It's not just in our brain, so it helps. It's really needed everywhere. But the biggest part that from a natural perspective is the brain. The brain needs the essential fatty acids.
Thank you, Kat. I was hoping that we'd get a little bit more in there on that.
The technical stuff.
Yes, exactly. You're gonna have to speak up, Melissa. No, not yet. You're unmuted. That is weird.
Okay, I unmuted myself. Maybe it works for you now.
Try again, Melissa.
Now?
Yes.
Okay. My daughter is on the Mega X for her teeth. She has a lot of cavities and dental issues, and the Mega X helps with that.
That's wonderful.
It's one of the
For what?
It's like magnesium. Magnesium is needed for every cell in the body. It's like your cell is its own little universe. It has so many different things going on in there, and it needs certain components. So magnesium is part of that essential fatty acid. And if we don't have all the components to make healthy cells, then our body's not going to be as healthy. If our body's not as healthy, we can't heal. So the more we give the good nutrients, and essential fatty acids is like a ginormous part of that, and we're lacking in our diet today, because most of the oils that Americans cook with, like the vegetable oils and stuff, they're so processed. They're more of a toxin in our body than there are really a food. Our body wouldn't even recognize it as a food. So the essential fatty acids that we take are very, very important. And the fact that our essential fatty acid has more than just the 2 omegas, it's got a whole slew of them, and it all comes from a whole food, basically, as far as the plant goes. It makes it the less that something is messed with, the more our body recognizes it as food, as something good, and it'll take it in and utilize it as one of those tools.
I have a question for Amanda.
Yes.
Well, first of all, I want to say, Amanda, I've been watching you too, and I've been watching you grow, and I thought you were special from day one too. I've just really been proud of you, and I've enjoyed watching you grow. You said the Omega X helps you sleep, so does that mean you take it at night, or do you just noticed it when you did take it?
No, I do take it at night. Some days are a little more stressful than others, so then I'll take an additional. But no, I take them at night with my probiotics.
All right.
Anybody else have any questions?
I want to know why I can't see that baby better than that. Oh, he's darling.
That is the Plexus baby.
Yes, he is.
He looks like a Hordike, I tell ya.
Oh, he's darling.
Oh, go say hi a little bit better. Say
Hi, everybody. Hi, buddy.
What is
Oh.
this screen?
How
How old is he? How old is he?
He's a month old.
Wow, he looks great. He's beautiful. You look great too, Jennifer.
Thank you. He's a sweetie pie.
I love him. It's almost time to go. I want to say, Kat, your profile picture that's on when you're not on there, that is a gorgeous picture of you.
I was kind of thinking that it was a little snarky. I need to update it.
Oh, no, it looks really good, I thought. I don't know what snarky is, but it looks good. Your hair looks so good.
Wonderful. Does anybody else have any questions before we end the call?
No.
Thanks for sharing, Amanda.
Yeah, thank you.
Thanks, Jennifer, for having me.
We'll have to do another one in the future. If anybody is wondering, a couple weeks ago we had Dorita Reynolds on here, or Reynolds, sorry, Reynolds.
Reynolds, yeah. It's okay.
She is Amanda's mother. So Amanda shared a little bit about her mother in this testimony. So if you're interested in hearing about hers at all, you can look up on YouTube with this one. You can look up for Dorita Reynolds. Sorry. But yeah, so she shared her testimony a couple weeks ago.
And it was amazing too.
Yes, it was. So, anybody else want to say anything before we go?
Thank you.
Yeah,
Very well.
thank you.
Okay. Well, you guys have a good rest of the evening, and thank you so much, Amanda.
Oh,
Amazing
you're welcome.
testimony. I can't wait to see where you go in Plexus and with your health and everything.
Me too. I'm excited.
Okay, bye, ladies.
Bye.
Bye.